Welcome to Masculine Scrapping. We are working on the second of the Precious Moment Chapel spread, and I'm going to show you something I had to do because I ran out of paper. From the first one, you'll know I did purple clouds, pink background, and then the page is blue. I ran out of purple paper, so what I had to do was kind of fake it on this side, and you'll see I've just used scraps to put it all together. So I'm actually going to do this side first so that I can get it put together. We'll set that up here. So some of these pieces are going to have to go down underneath photographs, and some will go next. So I'm actually just going to use a piece of tape here because I want to hold this piece in place right about there, and you can see here I've got my pieces ready to go for the clouds, even a tiny little piece there. So I've taped that down. This is going to go underneath the photographs, so I'm going to take all the photographs. I've got that taped. I'm going to put one more piece there and a piece here. That'll help me to keep those in place. This is going to go under the photographs because on these detailed photographs from the chapel, I want to get as much as I can showing, and so the graphics will go behind the photos. Sometimes when I have a photo that doesn't have a lot of detail on, I will put the photo in underneath the graphic, but you can see I want people to be able to see things here. So again, like with the first page, the clouds are purple, and I did some inking and then outlining with purple, and so you can see, well, didn't leave a whole bunch of option there. I need to move my photograph just a bit. Move it in a little bit more to give a little more space. There we go. Try again. Okay. Uh-oh. Now I've lost a piece. There it is. Okay. I want to make sure I have that. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm going to tape these down. So yeah, the cutting out of these I designed in Cricut Design Studio, but then cutting them out, inking them, doing the edging, that takes a lot of time. I'm not really showing that on these projects just because it is very, very time consuming, and I'm not sure everybody would want to watch all of that, but it took me probably about a half hour to design, and then an hour to cut out the pieces and ink them and then outline them. And then I'm just going to line this up right there again, right next to the photo, so it does look like it's underneath the photo like it is on the other ones. So again, a little trick to use sometimes if you run out of paper or are trying to conserve paper. But you can see there, now that it's all coming together, it really doesn't look like I've just pieced it together. Again, my preference is not to do this. I like to have the layers, but sometimes when you run out of enough paper, that's just the way it has to be done. Okay, so for this last little piece, this is going to be very careful with this. I've got a glue pen here, and I'm going to take a pair of tweezers and try and hold it in the tweezers. Yeah, I told you this would be difficult. Okay, so I've got it upside down. I am putting some glue marks on it, and then I'm going to put it in place using the tweezers. There we go. So just a little bit of purple, so it looks like that piece is coming around the edge. So, all right, so I'm fairly happy with the way that has turned out. This border, I'm not going to put anything on there. I think I want people to focus in and not look outwards. It's because I want them to go into the photographs. And so instead of putting a border on, I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm not going to fasten that down yet. I want to put this page together. And then again on this page you can see I've got full clouds. And I do need to put these down in a very specific order. I'll explain that little angel face here in a bit. But I'm using the background, the matting template just to get these placed right. Again, that Precious Moments logo, found online, put it into Cricut Design Studio as I was designing this, and then used the draw feature to use a pen to create that. So you can see I did a lot of extra work here, which is going to get covered up by the photographs, but I like doing the work and knowing what's behind. So love the way this has turned out. See, the edges on the clouds just look really, really good. Tore this a little bit when I was putting it together, taking it off, but I don't think you're really going to notice that. I chose not to put any ink or border on the pink because I really wanted the clouds and these little angels to stick out, and so the pink is really just there to give a little bit of definition before you go to the blue. If I'd put a border on that, I think it would have looked like too many lines. I'm going to leave that guy to the end. Alright, we'll start putting these in place. These are all photographs from the chapel. Okay. This is a photo of the ceiling, which is pretty impressive. A whole bunch of angels, and you probably are not going to be able to see it in the video, but right here, there's a tiny little blue face of an angel, and I put him there, and basically I think it's representing a child that had died in this process of creating this, and so it was kind of a little honor memorial to that person. And so I thought, well, that's a really kind of a special piece. I wanted to capture that photograph, and I'm going to make sure that he gets a prominent spot in this thing. I think I'm going to just set him right there. That's a good spot for him. There we go. Lots of tape. Make sure it sticks down well. Again, no other background on that blue. I'm just going to leave it as is. I think too much more would keep people from looking at the... Oh, it looks like somehow I've got a little bit of blue ink on some of my things, but it's okay. This piece here, old photograph that had been trimmed for another project, just kept it. Keeps me from having fingerprints or smear marks. So there we go. Precious Moments Chapel set number 2 of the inside. So hope you've enjoyed watching this one. Always appreciate you guys and would love to see the projects that you're working on. Take care.